Hi there, this is John Thompson and Cal Anton from Simple Mortgage. As we approach the end of 2020 here, we are going to go ahead and put out our forecast for 2021, which is, of course, always a little dicey. But before we do all those kind of things, just Cal, why don't we just look back and reflect on 2020 and share a couple of things that were impactful from this year?
Sure. Thank you, John. It was 2020 was a great year, and there was a lot of activity in the industry. Rates were at an outstanding low. So we saw a lot of movement, a lot of people refinancing, a lot of purchases. Inventory was a little bit low, but there's a lot of excitement out there in the market, John. And it was a good year. A lot of activity, definitely in the mortgage industry this year.
It was one thing I think, Cal, we can both agree on, that everyone can agree on, is that there was a lot of unpredictability. No one knew that COVID would happen. We didn't realize that rates would fall as much as they did. And of course, it led to some positive things in the real estate and mortgage markets. Everyone wants to know what's going to happen in 2021 with interest rates. And, again, we've learned it's impossible to predict what's going to happen. That being said, we have some good indicators. I review a lot of written material. I have forecasts from Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, the Mortgage Bankers Association, lots of different places. The bottom line is, and you can read all this detail in our printed forecast, which you can download, but the bottom line is rates are going to stay low. Between the median forecasts, we're talking about rates staying kind of in the 2%, the high 2% range at this point. And so we really see nothing on the horizon that's likely to push up interest rates to any great degree. There's going to be volatility, of course, but nothing is really going to push rates up much higher than where we are now. Cal, you do a lot of work with some top real estate professionals. What are you seeing and what are they talking about for next year in the real estate market?
What they're looking at is that even as the home prices decelerate, home sales are expected to pick up. Some 6.323 million existing homes are expected to be sold in 2021. That's a 4.7% increase over 2020. Of course, individuals who kept their jobs and their incomes in the pandemic area are in a better position to buy a home in 2021. So I do think that there is going to be, I think you're going to see a lot of people making some movement here in 2021. It looks good. It looks very promising.
Yeah, it's and I think that we both hear every day about the lack of inventory, and a lot of, in hotter markets there's multiple offers and a lot of contingencies, and that's going to continue to be the norm, I think, in 2021. Just because there's not a lot of inventory, and there's been a slowdown in building, some things like that, which does appear to be picking up, which is great.
Absolutely. The only thing you can do to prepare yourself to be competitive is be pre-approved and make sure that you have the right realtor partner on your team.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to go into politics too much, but I think, one of the questions we hear pretty often is also, now we're through the election and there's just a few little pieces that are still to be known, is how's that going to affect the market? How could it affect the market? Again, I'll preface everything by saying we don't really know. But what we are hearing is that some of the chief economists out there, if the Senate ultimately flips over to the Democratic side from the Georgia outcome, that might be a consolidated source of power throughout the three branches of the government, and that likely could impact some of this activity in a little bit negative way, simply because there's going to be a little bit more stimulus spending. At the end of the day, the financial markets really want stability. They're okay with gridlock. The financial markets want there to be gridlock. And if all three elements of the government are under one branch, not on one branch, under one party, then ultimately that could lead to some inflationary type of expectations. But we don't really know that at this point yet. So how about new products? We lost some products in early 2020. What do you think is going to happen next year?
I actually think we did. We lost quite a few products here when the pandemic hit. But as we've been getting through the year, things have been opening up, products have been coming out. And I think that 2021, you're going to see more products out there. Lenders will continue to look for ways to mitigate the risk of lending to borrowers who might be experiencing a lower income or possible layoff or job loss. But the reality is that the products will be there. I see a lot more coming out. The guidelines may loosen up a little bit, but our economy is resilient and creative, and lenders will look for ways to finance, to finance all those out there that that have a good job, steady income, and that want to either get into the market or refinance their existing property. There's been some great news for us starting in January 2021. The conforming limits have been raised in many areas here in LA County. The conforming limit went from 510, 400, I believe, John, we're at 548 and some change.
Yep, yep.
The high balance went up to 822, 375, which is important in this area because we can get you in without having to go jumbo in many cases. So I think, which is where the market was the tightest this year, was jumbo, but those are coming back too. So I think 2021 looks great with tons of possibilities.
Perfect. Well, thank you. And a quick reminder, you'll be able to download this sort of forecast with more detail if you like, from the website as well. So kind of just maybe to wrap up this element of it, the COVID is not going away. COVID-19 is here to stay, at least for 2021. Hope there'll be, less challenges for people and better health and all those kind of good things, which we wish and pray for everyone. But it's going to continue to touch the housing market. The bottom line is that rates will stay low. There's going to be probably tight inventory. And so at the end of the day, those that are able to take advantage of that and save their money, keep good credit, and hopefully are working hard, will be able to take advantage of historically low interest rates and get into this marketplace. So I think really at the end of the day, 2021 will be a little bit like 2020, just hopefully a little bit more fun and a little more freedom in life. So.
Yeah, thank you, John. And just to remind all of you, we here at Simple Mortgage, we are generational lending leaders in mortgage financing. We simplify the complex process through education, seminars, and the personal approach that meets our clients' needs. We're going to work with you to determine what is and what will make the best financial sense for you and your family. We look forward to talking with you. Feel free to reach out to us, email, call. And again, like John said, if you would like to get more information or read in more detail a little bit about the outlook on the mortgage in 2021, download this form. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks very much, everyone. Thanks, Cal. Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.